speak multiple languages.
Yeah.
It is believed that a lot of people actually possess this superpower, and I use that term carefully because that's what it is. When you see a person who can speak many languages, polyglot as they are called, there's something about them that feels like they have conquered the world, right? And the thing is, most Nigerians speak more than one language.
Yeah, true.
It's difficult to find a Nigerian that speaks only one. Why? Because Josiah has repeatedly told us that Pidgin is also a language.
It is a language.
So, if you speak your native dialect, you very likely speak English.
And then you speak Pidgin.
So that's like 3 already.
Yeah, 3 already.
And that's the default setting of just being Nigerian.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. You just nailed it. The default setting of being Nigerian, you should be speaking at least 3 languages.
I just said that, and the way Josiah was hyping, my head is beginning to swell. What's the problem? Why you hype man right now? The hype is more than okay. So we're gonna have conversations around whether or not people who speak more languages are smarter.
Mm-hmm.
The people who know how to speak more languages possess more intelligence. That's the question. But as always, my question for you would be, how many languages do you speak and how did you learn them? Right? That is what is reserved for you tonight. Please stay with us.
Here on Info, we give you a great blend of all. Local or foreign, we've got you covered.
Accounts across Nigeria as national grid collapses.
Everyone is warning of the consequences of Russia's invasion of Ukraine.
We are right on.
Nigeria Info,
Your #1 station for talk. And now, let's talk on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. It still is Language Health 92.3 Nigeria Info. Sam Orkuchinedu here. We're talking multilingualism. It is the use of more than one language, either by an individual speaker or a group of speakers. So if you communicate clearly in multiple languages, it is safe to say that you are multilingual. It is safe to say that in the environment where that language is spoken, you will not be lost. For example, if I go to Josiah's village, I very likely will be lost. No, I may not be lost. There are similarities between your language and
Yeah, with Igbo, but you may also be lost.
Josiah wants to do everything in his power to make sure I end up lost.
You know why I say so?
I will not be lost, my brother. I assure you, I must be found. Why do you say so?
Now, why I say so is that so my dialect is not well, some people will say you say I don't do this, but it's the truth. It's not a straight one. It's a combination of different languages and dialects. So it's a combination of Omok. We have the Igbo also, and then you have a little bit of the Kore.
Okay.
Yeah, together in it. So
it's a Jollof.
Yeah, so it's kind of a Jollof language, if we put it that way. Okay, but we have 2 tribes more. We have the Omok more because, according to history, we came from the Omok Oba area, right?
Okay.
So we had influence from them. And even the greeting also would have told you. I repeated it there severally that the Omok say the Madi and why the Ma stuff, why we do the Madio.
Yeah.
So
I remember somebody called and greeted you.
it greeted me why he was from Omok, right? So that's what happened. And when we came over to where we are now in Ubumini, the forefathers, okay, now accentuated into the Kore part of it, and it also influenced the dialect. Then we share boundary with the Imo State.
Oh.
I think after us is Omirelu, and then immediately after Omirelu is straight up to Imo State. So we are not far. And of course, Omirelu, a lot of persons get confused if it is Imo State or if it is River State. You see, so that mixture also helps in shaping my dialect.
Are there any resources on that land?
Like
oil?
I don't think there's.
That's why the confusion exists. So, if there were oil, by now we will know who owns that land.
So, but I think majority of they put Omrelu now for River State. Yeah, but some places keep saying they are Imo State because of the boundary. It's really
just to solve this problem, just as a human rights activist, a public speaker, and just come out one day, pay the town crier and say that you have found gold on the land. The owners of the land will come out. You understand? That controversy would not exist anymore.
Yeah. So, but for now, I think people have a lot of persons see Omrelu as River State. Yeah. So, but the thing is, my dialect. You know the funniest part about my dialect is Ebeda and Umuduaga that are likely close to my community. When we speak, some of them don't understand it fully.
Right.
That's how the dialect is.
Did you attend the language Sunday school? Why don't you understand it?
Sorry, Sam, before I continue, let me just recognize we have 3 persons already online on Bright, Chinemere, Joy, Uchechi, and Peace. That's a thank you. We see you. So, for those that don't know, we are live streaming on the language sales page. Okay. All right, you can see me, you can see Sam there. Yeah. So, the thing is, like, I have a colleague one time I was in school in my master's. Guess what, Sam? Whenever I speak, he will like, come on, please speak English. This is your language that sounds like the Indian. Indian equivalent.
Interesting. Very interesting.
So that's the thing with my dialect. But it's unique, it's interesting. There is a particular thing that we are looking at in my dialect, which I have not paid much attention to it. Okay. But in some of the words in my dialect, okay, there seems to be nasalization both at behind and front.
You say nasalization?
Yes. Nasalization, yes. Okay. So when you pronounce it, like you have aqua instead of aqua, okay. It's 2 different things. So there are some words you will hear before a particular sound and ending it again. Exactly. So you see, those kind of things feature in my language.
I was exclaiming. The was exclamation. You thought I was trying to pronounce the word? I was not trying to pronounce the word. Just you said exactly.
Yeah, Joy, I salute you too.
Oh my goodness.
So come on now.
Okay. So, I just wanted to make it clear that I was not attempting to pronounce the word. Now, here's the thing. Before I get into multilingualism, right? I want to ask, do you have a good relationship with your traditional ruler?
My traditional, for me, no, I don't.
But do you know him?
Yeah, I know him.
Okay. I have a strong feeling you will be summoned. Because last week you told us Ubimini people they are spiritually up there. This week you're not telling us the language is not straight.
No, so that's the thing about the dialect. But as I said, it's unique. It's interesting, and when you know it, you will love it, right? But it's not as the way the Obiakpo dialect is. As kind of simple the Obiakpo dialect would be. It's not that way. In fact, when we go for meetings when I was in school during my undergraduate days, I hardly use my dialect to interact during our Ikore student union group. I hardly use that because if I do, they are not they hardly understand. A lot of them don't understand. So what I do is I try to use Yoruba or dialect to communicate at the time, which I don't know very well. So I had to like, okay, jam it, get it up, get someone. And I was appointed at the time to be the first ever chairman of the Imran beauty pageant in one of the set. That was in my year 2. Okay, I was appointed. Now I needed to communicate to the people. Good thing, the person assisting me was a lady, and she knew how to speak Yoruba or dialect. So what I did was, the ones I can speak very well, I communicate to her, and she will, say them all. But the rest, I try to use Yoruba or dialect to try to explain myself. But we had a good show at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you? Now, is a person who is multilingual, a person who can speak more languages,
Yeah.
are they smarter than a person who speaks fewer languages?
You answered that question last week, and
Yeah.
you're definitely, you know where I will be, and you know that I would definitely be an affirmative. They are smarter. Now, okay, let's start it this way, Sam.
Okay.
When we talk about being smart,
Mm-hmm.
smartness is relative, right?
All right.
Yeah. Smartness is relative. Excuse me. But when we come to being a fast thinker, okay, they are smarter in that aspect. They are fast thinkers. I need to say this. Switching from one language to the other takes smartness. It takes intelligence to do that. And not just switching by joining languages together. No. But switching is from a sentence, from a language in a sentence, and you're going to another language, maintaining that line of thought. It takes intelligence to do that. There is something in school we talked about, code mixing and code switching. So these are two different things. Code mixing is you are actually talking about a word and somebody mixes one word to the other, like when you have it a pot. Yeah, so it's a pot is code mixing. Okay, so you have the ite, which is an Igbo word, and then you have the pot, which is the English word. That is a simple thing to do. Okay. But when you talk about code switching, you are not talking about a language, sentence. So you are switching from a language to another language, and you're maintaining the line of discussion or the line of thought without mixing or confusing the speaker that actually understand what you're saying or could also relate with you in that thing. It actually creates intelligence, and it has intelligence to do that. Now, it makes you think faster. It makes you think very shortly, definitely, because you see, every language is unique in their own. They have their own lexicon. They have their own words. Now, let's take for instance, I speak Ubumini Kwere, right? And then I'm switching from Ubumini Kwere to what is the bizarre language in Nigeria? Should I say
bizarre? You want to look for trouble this time?
Okay, when I mean bizarre, not the negative form, right?
I don't know any bizarre language. I have no idea.
Okay, so when I mean bizarre, not like in the negative form, but I think one of the languages that people could say could be difficult. So let me use the language that we've said here, people don't know so much, which is the Tarok, all right? The Tarok language, which we don't really know. So okay, let's assume I know it, and I'm switching from Ubumini to Tarok, and you also understand that. Or I'm switching from Ubumini Kore to the Hausa, and you understand that. It takes intelligence for me to maintain the line of thought and make you understand what I'm talking about without missing any meaning. And that's smartness. That's intelligence.
Okay. Is it a small feat? Maybe not. But stating that a person who can pull it off is more intelligent than a person who speaks fewer languages is the stuff of controversy, and I leave to argue against such positions.
And that's why we are here.
Yes, indeed. What you have said sounds like a person who has multiple businesses is richer than Dangote because they have more businesses.
But Dangote has multiple businesses.
No. He does, right? But let's even take a person whose claim to wealth, right, is through maybe one business. So this guy who sells building materials. That's all he does.
Mm.
And he's a really rich guy. When it comes to that business, he knows his stuff.
Mm.
And then you have a person who knows how to do 2 or 3 things. If you call him for plumbing, he's there. Electrical, he's there. MC on Saturday to go and MC wedding. A person who can do 4, 5, 6 things. You say, oh, because this person has tried their hands at more things, they are more established. They are more business inclined. They have, the commerce IQ. It is calibrated at a higher level than the man who sells just building material. Of course, we would argue that position. The fact that a person is able to do code switching and can switch from one language to another, can maintain a chain of thought and be able to, does not mean, in my opinion, that they are more intelligent than a person who speaks only one language. What it does, or what it means or represents, is they are probably better at certain skills.
Okay.
Or they have mastered certain skills, because most of the I would think of language as a muscle. The more you exercise it,
the more you exercise it, the more you keep growing at it.
the stronger it gets.
You get stronger. Yeah.
So
True.
if they continue to maintain that, it becomes easy for them to operate at a certain level. But that they are smarter or more intelligent, I don't agree.
Yeah, so that's why I said it's relative. Just like if somebody was reading your mind over in the live streaming, Joy Uchechi she said multiple language speakers are not more intelligent than single language. Sometimes they try to speak those languages but can't master all. When you're speaking languages you cannot write, it's like jacking all trees without mastering none.
Yeah, it's true.
Many who speak different languages cannot write them. Thank you. Right. So with what you say and what you said, let me put a line to it. So there is a difference between someone speaking different languages and is not a master of maybe some. It's entirely different. Like we generally, we just established it that for you to be a Nigerian, in fact, because you're a Nigerian, you should at default know 3 languages. Yeah. And when we talk about knowing, it means you're a master of them, right? Your indigenous language to a great extent, of course. The English to a great extent, I have to also use that, and then Pidgin to a also great extent. Because by default, these are the languages that you acquire while growing up. All right? By default, you acquire them while growing up. And then when you go to school, you begin to learn how to write them. Now, having that knowledge, having that skill, as you said, makes you develop when it comes to language, the use of communication. So when we come to communication, smartness in communication, yes, of course, the person is smarter, because the grammar of languages, every language has its own grammar, has its own structure. Okay, so when it comes to communication, the person is smarter. But when you come to skill, maybe like physical skill, riding a vehicle, no, that one does not have to do with language. And since it doesn't have to do with language per se, I won't say that person is smarter in that area. No. But for communication, for the use of language, for the use of language structure, you give it to the person that have multiple languages. Let's drop an instance. We have said there's a lady, the Yofia always use whenever they do their presentation, our presentation, and she speaks close to 10, 15 languages, right? Now, why do they always use her? It's simple. They use her because she can speak Dutch, she can speak Italian, she can speak English, she can speak French, all right? Especially the major languages that they use for those programs. And I have not seen another person she wants to interview that she doesn't interview. She interviews all of them and doesn't lose the thought. Now, funny enough, she interviews Messi using the language that Messi speaks and then turn to English and say something else without losing any thought of it. That's intelligence. That's smartness. If she doesn't know it, she will not be able to do that. So you see, when it comes to language skills, a person with multiple language has a smartness, thinks faster, knows when to switch from one language to the other, and of course, calculates very well more than the person that speaks just a single language. That's why let me share this with you. When I was growing up, my father told us a story. Okay, he said he was at Benin, and at the time at Benin, he something happened, and they were planning to like switch him off. So when he ran into the bush, what saved him was the fact that someone he met in the bush spoke Igbo. My father is not an Igbo man. He's a full-blooded Ubumini person. But he understands and could speak Igbo. And he also understands and speaks Ubumini very well. Okay? So, Pidgin, of course, he speaks Pidgin. And he had a little bit of Bini at the time. He speaks the language that they spoke or they speak at the time. Because even sometimes he will speak some of the Benin words to us, right? So now, because he was able to switch from one language to the other, that saved his life, and he came back safely to this part of the world at the time. So that requires being smart, being intelligent to be.
Europe is. Does that mean that Kate Abdo is more intelligent than
Messi?
I'm looking for a person who is also in her industry, right?
Right.
Yeah, maybe Messi, because we've not seen him speak a lot of languages.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It will be difficult to answer that question because for me, it's impossible for me to just picture it.
Mm-hmm.
The intelligence of football players, no, it's not. It's not an even scale. We can't have that.
Yeah. So
that's comparison. Yeah.
Let's get someone on the field.
Yeah. So let's say another person who also does her job.
Oh, should we use
also a broadcaster?
Yeah. Should we use what's her name again? This CNN lady now. Oh. Should we use Amapo with that line?
I believe Amapo speaks a lot of languages as well.
Okay.
Okay, but I mean, it's the show is not really about comparing personalities. But
yeah,
of
course.
You would have to think about it. Is this lady more intelligent? The truth is, first of all, language in itself is a skill.
True.
Right? So if a person has the ability to master several skills, you have to give them credit.
Mm-hmm.
Because it takes time, it takes patience, it takes a lot for you to go from novice to expert, or at least to an acceptable level. And not one, two, three, but 4 languages.
Mm-hmm.
English, Spanish, German, French. fluently?
Fluently. Please, can you just say that again?
Fluently.
No, Sam, wait.
So,
Say it in the way you used to say your not yet. Fluently.
going on. So you have this person on stage, and they call somebody from Spain, somebody who plays in La Liga. They come on stage and they speak their whatever, and she understands and
Yep.
translates. They call somebody, from Germany. It's actually a wonderful skill to have,
True.
right? She can walk anywhere because just understanding, and those are serious international languages.
Yeah, true.
But if I go to the village and I see a traditional ruler who can only speak Ubimini, will I think that Kate Abdul is more intelligent than that traditional ruler who has lived for many years? Right? So we're using the extreme. I don't know any other broadcaster who maybe speaks more languages. I'm sure there has to be.
Yeah.
Right, but Kate is pretty famous.
Yeah.
So will I think that because she speaks 4 languages fluently, at least the 4 that we know,
Yeah.
she's more intelligent than one old man in one village who has lived all his life there and he only speaks that language? Maybe he doesn't even speak English. Will I think of her as smarter than that man?
So I also told you that it's relative, but please, before I continue, let me just say this. So Penna will see you, Harmony will see you. For those that are dropping the comments, please, we will take it as the time comes. Thank you very much. Now, the person in the village, let's take say a hunter, not even a king, right? Let's take a hunter. Now, when it comes to hunting skill, definitely the person that the hunter is smarter than her that way. But when you bring 2 hunters together and you bring someone that have hunted in various forests or bush, right? Different bush, in fact, maybe different locations. Maybe he has hunted in the forest, one of the forests in River State, and he has hunted in the forest in Akwa Ibom State. He has hunted in the forest in maybe Igbo State, all of these states. So I'm trying for you to picture it, okay? Yeah. And then this person is talking about experience in the hunting field. Who has more experience? It's a simple answer. The person that have hunted in all of this. I gave you an example one time. I don't know if it is you, but I know I shared this somewhere of someone in Bundu that they call Prof. Okay, he didn't go to school, so they didn't call him Prof because he went to school. They called him Prof because he was good in fishing, and he knows exactly when you will fish and when you will not fish, even when the sea is silent, like it's silent, nothing is happening. He knows when to tell you, see, by this time of the day, come over and fish and you will catch. And he's someone that when he goes to fish, as he's coming back, people are at the river shore waiting for him because they know that if nobody catches fish, Prof will definitely come back with fishes. One of his hands is not even good. Right? So you could see that. Now, why do they call him Prof? Because he has gathered experience over the years when it comes to fishing. And he was telling us the various fishes that he used to catch. Some of the fishes are the ones that people don't even dare to, right? Because he has done that over the years. And he's master of them all. Same thing comes to language. A person that knows various languages fluently, speaks them fluently, and can even maybe say parables with them. Come on. And you compare it with someone that just speaks with one language in one community. No, now. It doesn't make meaning. The comparison is not even high. But when it comes to other skills, this person does not know Yes. It comes to language skills. Come on, no. Even as I did yourself, I'm not going to even want to compare myself. A person they speak like 5 or 6 language. You can't talk about. Now see the way I just switched over from English to Pidgin.
I don't understand. Wait, excuse me. Excuse me. What special skill do you need to do that? What are you trying to do? Complete that sentence. See the way you switch. That means what?
Without losing my audience or
I beg
losing
you.
Is that not smartness?
I beg.
Please.
See, that is, as a Nigerian, that is the most common switching from English to English. Are you kidding me?
But there are people that can switch to me.
No, come on. Listen, we would seize, we would literally confiscate your passport. If you cannot do that. As a Nigerian, you speak English. At some point, you switch to Pidgin. You say, hey, it's no, come on, Josiah. What's in the water? You come on. That's the switch. No.
Yeah, watching will see you. Thank you for joining.
It's not a special skill in my opinion, but yeah, I get the point you're making. Do I agree? Not completely, but I do get it. I'd like to hear from you. The question is, do you believe that a multilingual person is more intelligent, is smarter than a monolingual, somebody who speaks just one language, or a lesser number of languages? Second question is, how many languages do you speak? How many do you speak? Where and when did you learn them? 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0003. 0817 923 0007. WhatsApp is 080 903 416. Please turn off your radio as you call. It's very important. Hello, good evening. Good evening. What's your name? Yeah.
Right, Friday.
Friday, go ahead.
Wow, thank you. Uh-huh. More dialect, more languages, if you can, yes.
Okay.
Okay. It's cool.
Yeah, I mean, we used to have that when I was in secondary school.
Mm.
My school made it compulsory that you learned at least one Nigerian language.
Yeah, true.
It was compulsory. We had Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba teachers in my school, and you had to take one of those courses. I remember vividly. Igbo L1 and Igbo L2. We had that. So I'm guessing that's not the case anymore.
No, it's not the case anymore.
Yeah, but we.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, but right now, how many do you speak, and which ones? Which is okay. Okay. All right.
Urobo. Okay.
Okay. And you all right. And of course, you speak English. Yeah, that's 4.
That's 4.
So that's 5. You speak 5 languages.
I don't know. I don't understand what you mean by that.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's definitely multilingual.
Yes.
Yeah, 5. That's good.
Okay.
Apologies.
So let me correct something, please. So nobody speaks Ogoni.
No.
So yeah, Ogoni is not a language. We have 4 languages in Ogoni. We have the Kana, you have Gokana, you have Tai, and then you have Eleme. I think these are the 4 languages that makes up the Ogoni kingdom.
Yeah, but those are places as well.
Yeah, those are places too, but that's also the name of the language.
Yeah. All right. Good evening. Good evening. What's your name? All right. Go ahead, Collins. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah. He can be. He can. I mean, there is a possibility. I'm not saying he is or he's not. That's why I said he can.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at. Yes, you are looking at it. Wait, hold on. You're looking at it from literacy.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
And literacy is different from intelligence.
Intelligence. Yeah. Yeah.
So the inability to read or write that's one thing. It's I mean, he's not literate. However, the smart to survive. Let me put it like that, right? What you need to survive to
navigate through life.
To navigate life, yes, exactly. To solve life's problems. That is intelligence. That's so if he can survive in more situations than you, then he's more intelligent
than you are. And if he can use the 4 languages to survive, where your own 3 will not, get you out of danger, then what do you say?
Tomorrow, if there's a flood and your community is submerged in water and he can swim his way out, and you that you can read and write, my brother, you don't be, you say you don't be. But tell us the languages you can speak.
No, nobody say you're not intelligent, or we are saying that he is more intelligent than you are. We are only saying the possibilities. So don't get it wrong. We are just saying the possibilities.
Don't mind Josiah. You are more intelligent than him. Don't let him discourage you. Tell us the languages you can speak. The languages you can speak. Which ones? Okay. All right.
That's good.
Thank you very much. Hello. Good evening. Wait, hold on. Yes, why is the previous caller reporting live from your location? Okay, I think it's better now. Go ahead. What's your name? I didn't get that. You said your name is what?
Chineyenwa.
Okay. Thank you for joining us, Chine. Do you believe that a multilingual person is more intelligent? Okay. And are you multilingual? My sister. Chinenyanwa. There's no part of their brain doing anything. They just happen to learn more languages.
I
Simple.
don't understand. Language comes from.
You want to now make them feel special. There's this part of their brain.
No, wait, Sam, I don't get. Come on, language is from the brain now.
Okay. Let's say we have a person who can speak 10 languages, right? Can you hear me? If we have a person who can speak 10 languages, right? And you decide to learn those 10 languages, will you learn it or not?
Exactly.
I agree. But will you learn it or not? No, we will blame you for that. You gave up too soon. You gave up too soon. You gave up too soon. You should have tried harder, right? Okay. So how many languages can you speak? Is that idea, dear? How many languages? How many languages can you speak, Chineye?
Okay.
Okay. Mm. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not easy.
All right.
I get.
Well, the good thing is, thanks to technology, there are many courses, language courses, even free ones.
Yeah, free ones too.
Yeah, where you can, so many apps, so many resources available, but knowing how to speak multiple languages is an advantage.
It is.
It's a beautiful way to live life. Just imagine, and you've chosen international languages, the ones that will give you an edge on a global scale. Oh my, it's beautiful. Hello, good evening. Good evening. What's your name? Chanel, how you doing? I'm wonderful. Go ahead.
Not by a single.
Yeah, just a person that knows lesser number of languages.
Yeah.
Regardless of the number.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Mm. Well, while I understand your position and I agree with you, you see, there is a test for intelligence. What your argument, right? What your argument is that a person is capable of something, right? That they have the mind to assimilate something. But it's possible that at this time they cannot do it yet because they don't have the opportunity, right? Yeah, but while we're looking at potential, we still would have to give credit to those who can do it right now. Because if yeah,
Exactly.
I agree,
You just come to where I wanted to
I
hit
agree.
you.
But if you are in danger, right? Let's say you are in a burning building. Firefighters get to the scene, they do what needs to be done, put out the fire, rescue you, bring you out, and they have done the job, they've solved the problem. Then somebody says, do you think that these firefighters are better than the people in your neighborhood? Then the people in your neighborhood will come and say, it's because we've not learned firefighting.
Oh.
We have the potential. We can also fight fire, but, right? No, wait. You're making your argument. Yeah?
Ah!
Uh-huh. Yeah, but it's
I
a
said
skill.
the language in call is not
a
also
skill.
training.
It's also a skill.
Come on, no.
I don't understand.
Wait,
No.
No, come on.
Wait. Gino, wait. Firefighting, right? If you get a firefighter who knows his stuff, it is a skill. Because he knows how to fight fires. He understands the risk assessment. That's how
what
you
we
learn
are
language
saying
now.
now. That's it when you learn language.
The point is, see, yeah, and I can also learn a new language and become a multi-lingual.
Now, okay, let me say something, Chino. So let me say something, Chino. There are people that even when you expose them to multiple languages, they just cannot learn it. Now, not because they are dumb. No, hang on, Chino. Not because they are dumb. Okay, so there are people that have what we call the heavy language here. Okay, they find it difficult. Yeah, they find it difficult to assimilate other languages around them. Yes, around them. And when they want to learn a particular language, it takes them time because of their heavy language here. All right. So you see those kind of persons, even when they are exposed to these languages, they won't even get it. They won't assimilate it.
Now, Chino, what is the shortest time you have learned a language? What's the fastest time? One term.
Yeah.
A term is about 3 months.
3 months. Yeah.
One term is about 3 months.
Yeah, 3 months.
Okay. So it took you 3 months to learn as much as you did. Yes.
Yeah, the basic. Yes, of course.
In French.
Yeah.
Now, I put it to you that you have a heavy language ear. You are the one we are talking about. Because I would have done it in 2 weeks. No. If it were me, I would have done it in 2 weeks. You reach your turn. You took 3 months. Eh? No. Josiah.
How can you prove
that? I'm lying. How? No, tell me. Because I have the potential. I would have done it in 2 weeks. No. We are arguing potential now. I would have done it in 14 days, 2 weeks. Okay, before we let you go, how many languages can you speak right now?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's all. You are forgetting that French. That is just these 3. Leave it. Okay.
You can't speak it.
So we'll give you 30% for Ikwere. You just know Ikwere 30%. Thank you very much, Thank you very much. Okay. Hello, good evening. Oh my.
Oh, sorry.
Come back if you can. We're still taking your thoughts. Let's see. Do we have anything on WhatsApp? You can send messages to WhatsApp. That is 080-903-06-416. Oh, we have a few messages here. Smash it says, good evening, presenter. I speak 3 languages fluently and 3 partially. Only you. I speak Ogoni language that includes Eleme Kana and Thai languages.
Fantastic.
Pidgin and English fluently, and I learnt it from home, streets, and school respectively. I like how he listed not just the language but the sources. See, any language you learn from the street, forget it. Forget it. The street knows how to imprint. It will imprint on your mind. I understand and speak Hausa and Igbo partially, and I got to learn Hausa during NYC and Igbo via my numerous times spent in Igbo-speaking states. I equally speak French partially because of a friend from France. We just have to keep communicating in French, hence my quest to learn. I'm Good John Ofima from Eleme. Thank you, Good John. I have more messages which I'll be taking shortly. Hello, good evening. Hello. Oh my, I lost that call. Please come back if you can. Why is there a delay?
Yeah, I'll also hold back.
Yeah. I guess they didn't turn off the radio. Please call back if you can, if you're still listening. Hello, good evening. Good evening. Turn off your radio. What's your name? Please. Carry your weeder. Carry your weeder, please. Good evening. What's your name? Weeder to you too. All right. Thank you for joining us. Please go ahead. Thank you. Exactly.
IQ level, you say? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Possibility.
Yeah. Very high. Yeah. That was Chino. So, how many do you speak? Okay.
Yeah, Port Harcourt Pidgin.
So that's 4 languages.
No, Iwara is actually Equatorial.
Okay, the Iwaraha is Equatorial.
Yeah.
Iwaraha. Please
Yeah.
pronounce it again.
Iwaraha.
Hello? I don't even. I'm trying to tell you to pronounce the Iwaraha. No, pronounce it. I did like Ihoroha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ihoroha. How do you say come and eat in Ihoroha? Wait.
What dialect? I think that's
Wait. How do you tell someone who's
yours is Sobiakbo, right?
How do you tell someone who's owing you?
Rebisi. Okay.
Rebisi, that's where the flyover is now. The Rebisi flyover. How do you tell someone who's owing you money to give you your money? How do you tell someone who's owing you to pay you your money? What? My guest. No, I'm asking you now. I want to. It's my guest that is even owing me the money, so I need to tell him to pay me. Please tell me. I'm interested in this one. Oh my goodness. Josiah, you see what it cost? You must pay that money.
Okay, Sam. So we have some state comments here. Okay. Friday Penne says, I want to speak at least the 4 national language for security, business, and for relational communication. He
Interesting.
said for now he can speak 3 languages,
Nice.
and then he now said yes, he actually agreed that someone that speaks multiple languages have some advantages. That's for that. Okay, Martins Wala says speaking is far easier than writing. So multiple language speakers are intelligent. It's not easy to speak in multiple languages. So that's about for Martins Wala.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go back to WhatsApp. Good evening, Sam. You are funny. This message simply reads, thank you very much for finding humor in what we're doing here. Sam and Josiah, good evening. According to L.L. Thurston, 1938.
Okay, somebody don't bring quote.
Yes,
That's good.
that's 1938. I think that's 2 weeks after Josiah did his baptism. Just 2 weeks after. He identified primary mental abilities, which include verbal comprehension, word fluency, perceptual speed, memory, numerical ability, and reasoning. He also includes intelligence to be divergent thinking, which is closely related to creativity or original problem solving, as opposed to convergent thinking, which is involved in solving problems with a single correct answer. Summarily, intelligence is multifactorial, hence, in the language context, multilingual persons are more, okay, I'll remove the more, are better linguistically intelligent than a single language speaking person. However, it depends on the intelligence scale applied in a debating context. From Redon working here, thank you.
Comrade, I like that. Yeah, nice one.
I like the way you presented it. Hello, good evening. Good evening. What's your name?
Oh, Chine, okay. Welcome.
On, Chine. Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Time and chance. Yeah, I mean, see. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because it's it's in Arabic. It's in Arabic. Arabic. Oh. Is that algebra? Yeah, I understand. I understand. Yes, I get you. Oh my goodness. I think there are problems with hearing us.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, listen, understanding more languages gives you an edge, right? If you're going to talk about the ability and capacity to solve problems, you at least need to understand what the problem is.
Yeah.
Before you think about solving.
Yeah.
So if a person understands something written on a signpost, they understand more languages, they are of course in a better position, right, to solve the problem because they have an advantage as against a person who doesn't even understand.
Yeah.
And when we're talking intelligence, I think that has to count for something. It definitely has.
Of course, it does. It does.
I still don't agree.
It does.
Right? I mean,
Sam, it does.
No. I understand the point she made, right? But in the general conversation, I don't agree.
See, the thing is,
multilingual people are more intelligent.
See, Sam, the thing is this: we should understand that when it comes to intelligence or smartness, it has to do with something from the brain. It starts from the brain, or what will people want to call the mind now, right? And it takes split of seconds for you to do whatever you want to do. That people say, "God, this guy is intelligent," or "This person is smart," and the same way the person works in with the brain come to other skills. It's the same way this multilingual person is also using his brain. It's not easy to switch from a particular language to the other. Maintain serenity.
That thing is not a big deal.
It is a big
it's
deal.
Not a big deal.
There are people that will do it and they will miss the meaning will not be there. It is a big deal.
Do you know that I can even, in one sentence, use both English and Pidgin?
No, see, because
not even sentence after sentence.
Yeah, because you have come to that intelligence.
No, see, I understand that it requires some kind of effort, right? I mean, it has to count for something, but you are making it a bigger deal than it is.
Do you know there are people that can do the same thing, that can speak English and switch to Pidgin, and you will lose them?
What do you mean lose them?
You will lose their line of thought.
As they gone to glory,
you will lose their line of thought. You will lose their meaning. By the time they make the sentence, you won't get any meaning from it.
They did not switch. They were on the way. No, wait. You cannot tell me that they switched completely. Yeah? You and I know what it means to switch from Gen to NEPA. As a Nigerian, everybody must understand this process. We don't have constant and steady power supply. Most people have generators in their homes. Gen is on. Hey, that's when some people have that alarm that notifies them that they've restored power. So you go and switch. I now go and switch. The switch is not complete. If the light does not go off and come on to signify that now we are on NEPA, then the switch was not complete. So if you're telling me that a person switch and I don't understand, they did not switch. They are still on the way.
You forgot that you still switch and there is no light.
So that's the thing. I did not switch now. Because if you switch, all your neighbors have light, you don't have. You say, what's happened? Okay, check that thing when you switch. So if anybody switches and we don't understand, they did not switch. If the fault is not from me. If you switch well, you'll be understood. So I understand that it takes a level of, I mean, it's something to still maintain the point you're making, to communicate clearly, and have a person still get you. But my position is, I don't think it's so much of a big deal.
No, it is a big deal. So much of a big deal. Well, I won't want to say, but it is a big deal. It's a big deal. That's just
it. It will just make us add another question to the question.
It is a big deal.
Do you think that switching from English to maybe not English to Pidgin, but switching between languages, right, while making a point, is a big deal? I have a lot of messages. I'll take these two calls and then focus on WhatsApp. Hello?
Oh, right.
Good evening. What's your name?
Welcome.
Let me ask you. How many languages do you speak? Okay, so that's 2.5, since it's close to 3. Now, let's take the 2, right? You speak English, obviously, because we're communicating in English, right? And what's the second one? Good. Are you telling me that if you and I were communicating, let's say I understand Igbo and I understand English as well, then you make your first sentence in English and make your second sentence in Igbo while making the same point, Let's say, for example, you're trying to tell me, Samura Kuchinedu, mommy is back. Let's say we are siblings, so we share a mother. Mommy is back, and she cooked jollof rice. You now say the first sentence, mommy is back, in English. Then the second one, she cooked jollof rice. You say it in Igbo. Are you telling me that that switch, we have to go to village and consult one or two before you'll be able to do it? Exactly. Understanding the language makes the switch very easy because you can speak it. We don't have to kill goat or fry egg. It's already, you already. Explain again. Mm. Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Ah. Okay.
So being talented, he's gone. But
Yes, gone.
being talented is not
taken his
intelligence.
And left us. He didn't leave the talent for us. But I get him. I understand what point he was making. But it borders on, number one, interest.
Interest, exactly, yeah. It
Because
borders on interest.
if you stay in a city for 20 years and you don't speak the language, that means you didn't even want to.
Mm-hmm.
Because if at some point you actually started, immerse yourself in the environment of the language, take conscious steps, be intentional about it, of course you would learn.
Yeah, true.
So you have to factor in the interest. All right. Well, thank you for calling. I need to clear my WhatsApp messages. For those calling, please give me a minute. I have to do justice to this. Some of these messages have been here for quite some time. Let me see. Don Mokike once again says, I can speak 3 Nigerian languages as a nationalist. Well done. Nambi Azikiwe. We hail thee. Just like our nationalists with English language, Nigerian Pidgin, and many Ikwe community languages like Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba. The Ikwe communities I can speak Omudioga, Omerelu, Elele, Diobu. Is Diobu a language?
Diob, no, it's not. It's not a dialect.
Okay. Diobu language.
I guess maybe Obio also. Yeah.
Including Ngeni in Ahoda West.
Wow.
Even could switch all these languages depending on the person I'm communicating with.
Fantastic.
Thanks. I decided to review these secret aspects of cosmopolitanism. I also want to go for Spanish class, Chinese class. My brother is okay. What's your plan? Are you trying to start your own country? Yeah? It's okay, don't work it. I will end your message. Yeah. Again, next time I speak Yoruba,
but that's good, Dan.
English and Pidgin fluently, and a little of Esan, Edo, or Krika, and Hausa. Ibinabo says, thank you very much, Ibinabo. And this person has sent me a voice note, possibly speaking some of the languages they can speak. But for WhatsApp, we're doing text. Daniel Woji says, Sam, I swear you're... Okay, thank you very much, Daniel Woji. Good evening, presenter. Ability to speak multiple languages is a true test of intelligence. Intelligence is the ability of the mind to comprehend, acquire facts, know meanings, and being able to put it in practice. You can also check the Advanced Learner's Dictionary. In summary, the ability to speak multiple languages is a representation of intelligence. Operoma Godwin Chooks from Erema community. Are you kidding me? Are the messages increasing? I thought I was almost done with them. Okay. Good evening, House. Good evening to you too. I cannot say because someone speaks different languages, it makes him more intelligent than the person who speaks fewer. With those that speak fewer languages, when those that speak fewer languages meet with those that speak many, they kind of feel inferior to the one that speaks many. So it's just a thing of the mind. Bira from Woji. Okay, Bira. Alex says, switching languages and maintaining your point is a communication It's communication, and communication is a skill. Alex, thank you. Good evening. For me, whatever a human puts interest on likely becomes a part of him or her.
Yeah.
Speaking multiple languages gives you more access in relating with people of different backgrounds. Knowing more languages proves the intelligence in you. For me, I like to speak and understand Ikwe, Igbo, Chinese traditional language, Russian, German, Arabic. No matter how much English you know or can speak, language brings better communication and understanding than mathematics, physics, or biology.
this person just want to cause an issue.
You want to start problem.
You want to start problem. Violence, I know they for now.
Okay. Learning and speaking languages makes you smarter and outstanding. I have friends from China and Ukraine via virtual. We speak their languages. They are happy and willing to know more. From Stanley Pablo, Port Harcourt. Well, Stanley, thank you for that. I remember when I was in school, they brought a Confucius Institute in my school. It's a Chinese learning something something, and they were willing to teach people for free. Some people enrolled, and every now and then they on ni hao, and some of them got scholarships. I have no idea why I did not take that thing seriously, right? I just ignored it. Sam, I think it's interest. I can speak 4 Nigerian languages. I can speak Igbo, Efik, Ogoni, and Yoruba. My siblings cannot speak, and we all grew up together. Joy from Port Harcourt. Finally, the last message. Good evening. Being multilingual makes an individual more than just smart or intelligent. It changes the brain, the mind, and the life of the individual. First of all, learning multiple languages broadens your social horizon.
True.
Being able to read, write, talk in, and understand different languages makes you socially flexible, acceptable, friendly, and welcoming by many different language-speaking communities, which is a great advantage. I agree. It has been found that multilingualism only does good to an individual's brain in many different areas like memory, attention, learning, flexibility, rationality, decision-making, and crucially, neural decline with aging. My brother, what did you read before you sent this message? I speak Kalabari, Igbo, Ikore, and English fluently. It's really a mark of high intelligence in an individual. Gideon C. James from Elele says, thank you, Gideon. Hello? Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
All right.
All right.
Go ahead. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, well.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, you have had the advantage of time. For most people who are from a particular language, right? Say you're from the eastern part of Nigeria, so obviously you speak Igbo. You started learning from. No, wait now, wait.
There are people that don't know Chi.
You started learning from when you were a child.
Yeah.
So if you grew up in an Igbo home from 1 year so you have the advantage of time. There are still people who are Igbo and they don't know how to
And they
speak
don't know
Igbo.
how to speak Igbo. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So that is the reason why you might have to take a bit of credit for being able to speak your own language.
Okay, Chi, have you heard of
Okay, don't. Okay, it's okay. Don't take credit. Don't take credit. You cannot speak Igbo again. Uh,
please send the credit to me. My MTN line, Biko, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So she says she doesn't think it is worth bragging about.
It is worth bragging about. It is.
Good evening. My name is Israel. I speak English, Igbo, Hausa, Ikore, Pidgin, and a little bit of Tiv. I learned Hausa and a little Tiv in the north. For me, learning languages is very easy. I refused to learn Tiv. That's why I didn't learn it very well, and I regret it. It depends on what one wants at a time. Right now, I love Spanish more than any language apart from Igbo. So if I see any opportunity to learn it, I will learn it very fast. Okay. Hello. Please turn off your radio. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Angel.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why? Are you married? Are you married? Are you married? Are you married? Are you in a relationship? Can your boyfriend play football? Which one is somehow? Can he play? I mean, he cannot play. Good. There's no problem. He can play. Now that you say you cannot play football, your boyfriend will use love and teach you. Case closed. Now you can play football. Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm. 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 Thank you very much. Hold on, did she say she's a welder?
Yeah, she said she's a welder.
Oh my.
That's a good one.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, we're getting to the end of this conversation. I had a training online some years ago. It was about a plane that crashed in a desert. Aboard the plane, with president and top official. Now the doctor, president, and others were all injured. A few were okay. The plane is down in the desert, surrounded by terrorists group, none speaking English. How do you communicate with the outside world when your radio is bad and terrorist speaks no English but Arabic? Stanley. But if you want to write film, yeah. But yeah, I guess communication is important. Language is a skill. A lot has been said, Josiah.
Yeah.
Lots of people holding different opinions. Who do you think won the day?
One. I don't think that it's a victor and a banquet.
No,
Yeah.
it has to be.
Then it has to be I won. Now me gonna say my mama soup no sweet.
All right. So conclusively, Josiah.
Yeah, conclusively. But before I do that, please, I appreciate all those who have joined us online. Ejiro, Benjamin, Mbamba. I saw you say you like this discussion. We should keep it up. Thank you very much. Meru, Awaji. We see all of you. Thank you very much. It's been wonderful. It's been a nice time tonight, and I'm happy that people are getting to understand this language thing. For me, we've already said, if you're a Nigerian, you should know 3 languages. So if you don't know 3 languages, then we should ask you which country do you belong or where are you from. But beyond that, if you have the ears to also learn other languages and other dialects, I like the person that mentioned almost close to 7 to 10 dialects he could speak. It's fantastic. Yes, it is fantastic. In fact, for me, I would want to say, let's concentrate more on learning more dialects while we also
Spoken well. Thank you, Josiah.
Thank you very much, sir.
Learn as much as you can. Somebody on WhatsApp says, Sam and Josiah, I won. Yes, indeed, you did. All right, Josiah, give us your social handles.
Yeah, for my social handles, language sense for.
All right.
Bye, everyone.